So we have a special guest here today at the Wisconsin Kubb headquarters. We got Josh Feathers from Des Moines, Iowa, and we had talked about last time.
Cool.
We had talked about last time about the idea of not hitting wood on wood. So I wanted to. Josh was here. Nobody better to ask than this. But Josh, can you just tell us what you were thinking about and trying to do on these here? Yep.
Sure. So obviously, it makes a lot of sense to try to get your kubb right here, but there's a lot of risk involved with that. So I chose to kind of come at it from the left to the right, and obviously this isn't the most optimal place to put the kubbs, but it's a lot less risky kind of coming in this way. At the worst, we're looking at potentially, you know, this much difference for a line.
Yep.
But, you know, if we were to, let's say I throw these two and I try to go into the middle and I hit, boom, right?
Yep.
Look at the difference between these, right?
Mhm.
Look at all that space.
Right.
Ha!
Vertical and horizontal.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's a significant advantage to being able to come in, and when you're drilling, not necessarily drilling flat and having it stop here. I mean, that's a pretty good shot, and then there's a lot of people in the nation that can do this shot. But if you come in at an angle, you have the opportunity, and I didn't really do a good job of it or demonstrate it, but you have an opportunity of cutting in, and then maybe you get something like this going on, right? And maybe my next one, I'm cutting in, and I do something like this, maybe, right? So in my example, I think it was probably a little bit like that.
Yep.
But I didn't hit any wood on wood,
Right.
and that is a benefit because these are a lot closer. Now they may be a little bit more horizontal than I like, but they are closer shots.
Yeah. So when you're bringing it in, there's different angles that you can bring the kubbs in, right? I mean, if you wanted to get it stopped, it's coming there, but if you wanted to hop over,
Wow.
you're bringing it over that way.
Right. So, and I'll try to show the camera. But when I'm releasing, I think the general release is going to be a flat release, and what you'll see is really nothing. It may come back a little bit. The release that you want when you're trying to go from left to right is you're wanting to kind of bring your wrist down, and you're trying to continue to rotate it at an angle so that it pops over this way. Right?
Wow.
So when you're drilling in the backyard, what you want to do is try to give it the release so that it cuts in and goes left to right. Now the other option I could have taken, which is a significantly more risky option than probably going in the middle, is to extend my wrist this way and to come in on the side and bring it in.
Cool.
Maybe, you know, I get it so it comes in like this, and then it does something like that, which high risk, high reward. In this situation, I think though, instead of going directly for the center, I would probably bring it in just like that and try to bring this kubb over a little bit, maybe pop it over and get everything to the side.
2012 Bästa Inkastare at the U.S. National Kubb Championship, man. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it.